Hello guys, welcome to the Sports Doyen. This is day one of the TSD football auction. This is indeed a very exciting time for all the players who've joined me, Prathamesh, today. It's quite in itself a festival for us. In terms of Abhi to Premier League is coming towards its end, and we, because of the IPL being suspended for the temporary basis, we thought that we would bring out some new kind of content for you guys. And also to the all the 10 players who are starting today, it will be some excitement over the next couple of days that we will definitely try to showcase to all of you guys. Just as a disclaimer, this is not involving any actual money. We are going to be playing with imaginary credits, so we will enjoy our own imaginary budgets. So welcome to the auctions. The players joining us today are Surya, Rohan, Shivam, Kushagra, Manish, Akshay, Yasho, Sushil, Siddharth, and Sulaksh, all of them having their respective teams, and we'll be revealing the teams as and when the auctions happen. It will be visible on the ticker as well below you guys, so you can check that out in the video as well. I would like to start by announcing the rules, and then we can actually kick off from the auctions. As decided before, we are going to do goalkeepers and defenders on day one, so this should be quite some fun here. The rules start as in each player has to select a club from the big five leagues, which all of them have. Each player has a budget of not more than 200 credits, so 200 is their maximum. They can use below 200 credits, that's not a problem. Each player has to ensure that there is a minimum squad of 18 players. The bid can be made in whole numbers only. It will start from one for every player. Every player can raise the bid according to the necessity during the auction. If the bid crosses 60 credits for a particular player, then a tender will be raised. So whoever sends me a message with the highest number of credits will win the player. Each player will have one right to match option, which can be used for the club he or she selects. So in this case, every player, for example, Kushagra has gotten Manchester City, so he can use that RTM on any Manchester City player that he wants. The only catch here is that he should not be involved in the bidding process for the player during that time. So, for example, a Kevin De Bruyne gets sold for around 40 credits, and Kushagra hasn't bid for him. He can match that bid and get him. Each player will only get one right to match option during the entire 2-3 days of the auction. Bidding will be done position wise as announced before, and we will be having a simulation on FIFA 21, so we will announce the winners accordingly. So yes, let's kick off the 2-3 days of madness that we have. I hope all the players are ready and raring to go. As I can see, all of them have their pens and papers and different kinds of technology to make the best of whatever they have. So we will kick off with the goalkeepers now, and let's have fun. So the first player out of the hat here is Hugo Lloris from Tottenham. Hugo Lloris, can someone kick me off for Hugo Lloris? We'll start with one for Hugo Lloris. Anyone for Hugo Lloris? I can see no one for Hugo Lloris. Surya is in with Hugo Lloris. Yasho is in as well. Two. Anyone for two credits? Three, four, five. Surya stands at 5 credits. The bid is with Surya for 5 credits. Anyone wanting to go for Hugo Lloris? I don't see anyone else. So Hugo Lloris is sold to Surya for 5 credits. This is the first purchase of the auction. He goes to 5 credits to Surya. So he is off the mark, and Hugo Lloris has gone to him. Surya's team is Bayern Munich, so we have sold Lloris to him. His budget now becomes 195 credits as a maximum. So yes, we have had our first sale, and let's move on to the next player. The next player is Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer. Anyone in from him for one? Manuel Neuer. Anyone in for Manuel Neuer? Sulaksh is in for Manuel Neuer. For two. Anyone for two? Yasho and Manish are in. Anyone for three? Sulaksh is in for three. Anyone for four? Anyone for four? Yasho is in for four. Manish is in for four. Okay. Anyone for five? 5 credits. Sulaksh is in for five. Manish is in for five. Anyone for six? 6 credits. Anyone? Surya is in for 6 credits. Okay, Surya is in. Surya, now you cannot use your RTM on Manuel Neuer. Anyone for seven? Anyone for seven? Manish is in for seven. Anyone for eight? Anyone wanting to beat Manish to the bid? Surya is in for eight. Anyone for nine? Manish is in for nine. Anyone for 10? Anyone for 10? Currently, it is with Manish for 9 credits. I don't see anyone. Okay, Manish.
Wow, where
He's
is
not
he?
yet. He's not yet sold. He's not yet sold. Manish is in for 10. Anyone for 11? Anyone for 11? It is with Manish on 10. Anyone for 11? Siddharth is in for 11. Anyone for 12? Manish is in for 12. Anyone for 13? Sid, you want to respond to that? 13. Manish, the bid is in for 13 by Siddharth.
Rohan.
As it stands, it is with 13. Rohan, are you bidding? No, Rohan is out. Manish is in for 14. Manish is in for 14. Siddharth, you want to continue? Siddharth is in for 15. Siddharth ने 15 का bid किया है. Okay, come on. Manish is out. So bid stands with Siddharth for Manuel Neuer 15 credits. I don't see anyone else in it. And he is sold to Siddharth. So Manuel Neuer goes for 15 credits to
High
Siddharth.
profile, huh?
High profile, really high profile by Siddharth. Kafi interesting.
Rege is what? Chelsea?
Rege is Chelsea, and he has Neuer, which is quite interesting.
RTM set for Kepa Arrizabalaga.
That's quite interesting. I mean, Kepa तक चले गए हम लोग तो it will be quite some fun.
If we were doing net worth, then yeah, that's the bit.
Oh yes, I mean, fair enough. But yes,
I'll get a better deal than Chelsea, you know. Anyway,
you won't have to bid, whatever is the record transfer fee at that point of time. Okay, coming to the next player. The next player is Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker, anyone in for Alisson Becker? We have in for Alisson Becker. Anyone for 2?
I go for 5.
Sulaksh is in for 5. Anyone for 6? Yasho is in for 6. Sushil is in
10,
for 6.
10, 10.
Akshay is in for 10. Anyone for 11? Akshay is in for 10. Anyone for 11? Sushil is in for 11.
15.
Akshay is in for 15. Sushil, are you in? Are you out? Sushil is out. Yasho can't use the RTM anymore. So, Alisson is at 15 as it stands. Anyone in for 15? Anyone for 16?
17.
Shivam is in for 17. Anyone for 18? Anyone for 18? Akshay is out. Anyone else for 18? I see no one else on for 18. So I'm going to sell Alisson to Shivam for 17. So for 17, and he is sold. Shivam has Alisson for 17. Quite an interesting buy. Kafi jaldi hua auction. Shivam's team is Man United. So, he has saved his RTM, I guess, for someone else. I know who he has saved it for, but let's keep the secrecy where it is. Coming to our next player in the auction, another goalkeeper, another one from the Premier League itself. We are going for David De Gea. Anyone to start me off for David De Gea? For 1 credit, Akshay is in. Akshay with 1. Anyone for 2? Anyone with 2? Kushagra is in for 2. Anyone with 3? Akshay is in for 3. Anyone for 4? Kushagra for 4. Anyone for 5? Anyone for 6? Anyone for 7? The bid stands with Kushagra at 6. Akshay is in for 7. Kushagra, are you in for 8? Kushagra is in for 8. Anyone for 9? Is there anyone for 9? Akshay is in for 9. Anyone for 10? 10 credits. Kushagra, do you want to respond with 10? Kushagra is out, so the bid stands with Akshay for 9, sorry. Does anybody else want to bid for David De Gea? I see no one bidding for David De Gea. So as it stands, he is going to Akshay for 9 and he is sold. So David De Gea goes to Akshay for 9 credits. Akshay's team is Juventus, probably, which was one of the rumored destinations for David De Gea to go to at some point of time. David De Gea has gone to Akshay for 9, and we are going to talk about the next goalkeeper. He is the Barcelona goalkeeper, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Anyone in for Andre ter Stegen at 1? Sushil's in for 1. Kushagra is in for 1. Yeah, Sushil, you cannot use your RTM anymore on him. Anyone for 2? 3? 4?
8.
Kushagra on mute. Sushil has raised it to 8.
15.
Manish at 15. Anyone for 16? Anyone for 16? Rohan, is that an expression? Manish is in for 15.
नौटंकी साला लेके जा तू घर लेके जा
मनीष 8 गोल खाए यार पिछले सीजन उसने एक गेम में
नाम चेंज करके राजस्थान रॉयल्स रख ले.
भाई
So yes, as
मनीष तेरा
Not
क्लब
cut.
कौन सा है? तेरा क्लब कौन सा है मनीष?
PSG.
Manish's club is
Oh.
PSG, so
चलो, he could
Understandable.
use a he could use a
मनीष ओवरसीज प्लेयर देख के पागल हो गया
Ah.
so yes, at 15 it is Marc-Andre ter Stegen with Manish. Anyone for 16? I don't. Okay, Kushagra isn't at 16. That's interesting. After all
हाँ
of this,
कौन है ये?
Kushagra
हाँ,
is at 16. Manish, you want to go for 17? Manish is thinking like he's using his own money, but okay. Manish is in for 17. Anyone for 18?
Let him have it.
Okay, so he has unnecessarily just raised 2 credits for Manish, and I'm selling Marc-Andre ter
No,
Stegen.
I just couldn't have it कि alisson was the most expensive keeper on this nonsense.
Oh, so
अभी और आएंगे.
Wait for Oblak to come, no?
वही
Yeah.
exactly. अब तो मुझे लग रहा है Oblak का तो कोई point ही नहीं है.
exactly.
Black and Tibo should go
As
around
it
20.
as it stands, the bid is with Manish, and I see no one else interested in Marc-Andre ter Stegen. So he is sold to Manish for 17, as confirmed by Manish. His team was indeed Paris Saint-Germain. So we are selling ter Stegen to him for 15 million here, for 15 credits
17.
rather. For 17 credits, I'm sorry, 17 credits for Marc-Andre ter Stegen. This is quite interesting. यहाँ पे बस Alisson के against यहाँ पे 17 के लिए bid किया था. Fair enough, that has happened there. So yes, we will come to our next goalkeeper here. The next goalkeeper is the Leicester City number 1, Kasper Schmeichel. Anyone in for Kasper Schmeichel? Schmeichel starts at 1.
I'll go for 5.
Sulaksh with 5. Anyone in for 6? Anyone in for 6 for Kasper Schmeichel? No. Shivam is in for 6 for Kasper Schmeichel. Sulaksh for 7.
7.
Sulaksh for 7. Anyone for 8 for Schmeichel? Anyone for 8 for Schmeichel? Okay, Shivam's out. So we have 7 for Kasper Schmeichel with Sulaksh. No one else is interested in buying him. So I'm selling Kasper Schmeichel for 7 credits to Sulaksh. And he is sold. Sulaksh has Kasper Schmeichel for 7. Sulaksh's team, as you know, just for the viewers, Sulaksh's team is Arsenal. So yes, Sulaksh is looking for a better goalkeeper anyway, and he has got Kasper Schmeichel at 7. Congratulations there, Sulaksh. And taking cue from that, we will go to another Premier League goalkeeper. It is indeed, the original Arsenal goalkeeper, Bernd Leno. Anyone in for Bernd Leno? We'll start the bid for Bernd Leno.
अच्छा, do we need to necessarily have 2 keepers in the 18?
Yes.
You need to have 2 at least.
You need to have 2. So Akshay and Sushil are in for Bernd Leno with 1 credit. Anyone for 2?
5.
Shivam is in for 5. Sushil, do you want to raise it to 6? Sushil is out. Shivam has the bid at 5. Anyone for 6? No one for 6, as I can see. And I am selling Bernd Leno to Shivam at 5, and he is sold. So yes, we have sold Bernd Leno to Shivam for 5. So he has completed his 2 goalkeepers here. One obviously with Alisson and another one with Bernd Leno. Going to the next goalkeeper here, he is the AC Milan shortstopper Gianluigi Donnarumma. Anyone for Donnarumma? At 2. Anyone for 2? There are 2 for 2. Then anyone for 3? For 4? For 5? For 6? Akshay and Sushil, both are you tied at 5. Anyone wants to go for 6? Surya is in at 6. Anyone at 7? Anyone at 7? Surya is in at 7. Anyone for 8? Anyone for 8? As it stands, the bid is with Surya for 7. The player in contention is Donnarumma. Anyone for 8? I can see no one for 8. So I am selling Donnarumma to Surya for 7, and he is sold. So Donnarumma goes to Surya for 7. That is his second goalkeeper buy. He has bought Hugo Lloris before as well. So he has, potentially completed his goalkeeping slot as well. As it stands, Rohan Rohan is the only player, in fact, along with Kushagra, who doesn't have a goalkeeper yet. So I mean, that should be fun. What happens in the auction later?
My formation is
Even-
nil 11.
Even I don't have a keeper.
Yes. Sushil doesn't have a keeper too. So
Even I don't have a keeper.
यशो also.
Yasho also doesn't have a
के
keeper.
पास जब नहीं है तो मेरे और केडी के खिलाफ पर्सनल अटैक
Okay, so we are done with Donnarumma, and the next player in contention is Nick Pope. Nick Pope from Burnley. Anyone in for Nick Pope? Akshay is in for Nick Pope. Anyone for 2? Yasho's in for 2. Sushil's in for 2. Anyone for 3? Akshay's in for 3. Yasho's in for 3. Anyone for 4? 5? Anyone for 5? Yasho's in for 5. No. Anyone for 6? Anyone for 6 for Nick Pope, the Burnley goalkeeper? As I can see, no one at 6. I will sell Nick Pope to Yasho for 5, and Nick Pope is sold to Yasho for 5. So here is Yasho's first buy. It is indeed Nick Pope for 5. So yes, we are moving on to Yasho's first player. It is Pope. His budget as it stands is 195. Going on to the next player of the auction, the next piece of business is Keylor Navas from PSG. Anyone in for Keylor Navas starts at 1. Akshay in for 1. Sushil in for 1. Kushagra. Anyone for 2, 3, 4, 5.
7.
Anyone for 8, 9, 10. Kushagra, your bid stands at 10. No one is in for 11. Anyone for 11? Anyone for 11? So I'm selling Keylor Navas to Kushagra for 10, and he is sold. Manish, do you wish to use RTM? No using of RTM. So Nick Pope,
Keylor Navas.
Keylor Navas is sold at 10 to Kushagra. So congratulations on your first buy. Quite a hefty one this indeed. Moving on to the next player, it is a player that a lot of people have been talked about and waiting for in the goalkeeping section. It is indeed the Atletico Madrid shortstopper. It is Jan Oblak. So people start me off at 1.
5.
13.
Sushil at 13. Anyone at 14? Anyone at 14? I can see no.
And Sushil.
Highest rated goalkeeper.
Anyone at
He's the
14?
feature.
I don't see anyone at 14, so I am selling Sushil.
No one is coming in at 14. Are you guys retarded?
One.
भाई रोहन क्या पागल हो गया
हाँ
है?
भाई.
Alisson for 17.
So is it sold or no?
Bro, fuck off. I am coming in for 14. I can't let him. I'm asking Oblak for
हाँ यार
13.
मैं भी वही सोच रहा हूँ.
So
भाई.
Kushagra is in for 14. Sushil, do you wish to
14.
raise your bid?
15.
Anyone?
16.
Sushil?
17.
20. ऊपर जा सुशील. He's
I'm
more
out.
expensive.
So as it stands, Kushagra is stuck with.
I'm stuck with 20. Don't do this to me, you ass.
This is basically what happened to the Delhi Capitals in the auction, right? Like which team?
I wouldn't be crying having Oblak and
Yeah.
Navas as my two keepers, bro. Like
Fair
it's not
enough.
that bad. 30 credits के लिए अगर ये दोनों है मेरे पास मैं ऐसा रोऊंगा नहीं.
Fair
It's
enough.
okay.
So as it stands,
Simulation में कीपर का भी ओवरऑल कम होता है.
yes, it will count. It will count. So as it stands, it's
Give it to
20
me.
for Jan Oblak. Anyone for 21? I don't see anyone for 21. So I am selling, and he is sold to Kushagra at 20. He has the first 20 buy is Jan Oblak after a lot of nautanki that happened in the auction. So matlab theek hai. Fair enough. that was
गुलाटी
entertaining.
तो कोर्टवा के लिए रुका है मेरे को पता है ये.
Yes, I can sense that. I can genuinely sense that he's waiting for.
Are you planning to start 2 goalkeepers?
Bro, it shows I'm a true United fan, doesn't it? Goalkeeper out.
Exactly, goalkeeper out. दोनों लेके बैठा है. So yes, we will go with the next top pick, and the next top pick is the Manchester City goalkeeper Edison. Anyone to start me off for Edison?
अब तो
5.
pointless हो गया सब.
Anyone for 6, 7, 8,
10.
9? Anyone for 11? Sushil, are you in for 11? Sushil's out. Sulaksh is in for 10. Anyone for 11? Sulaksh is in for 10. You're already in. Don't bid again. You're in for 10.
Yeah,
Anyone for 11?
Looking out.
No one's in for 11. So I am selling Edison for just 10 to Sulaksh, and he is sold. So yes, Edison has gone.
Kushagra RTM.
Kushagra, do you wish to use your RTM?
तीसरा keeper. Also fantastic, Sue. Bro, पता है Edison is like the third highest rated keeper.
I know. Plus
Yeah, I
already.
know.
Plus
I have the list here.
It's
Yes.
sold, right? It's sold.
But
It is sold.
It's
It
sold.
is sold.
So I
Kushagra,
already just realized that Kushagra will not use his RTM. So
yeah,
no brainer.
obviously he won't use his RTM for him. So
Gonna-
yes, he is sold.
अच्छा
So,
सुन,
yeah.
इसके बाद trading हो सकती है क्या?
नहीं,
No,
थोड़ा
there is
सा-
there is no trading. There is
ये
no
नहीं
trading as
चलेगा।
it stands. So
चल,
अभी
I
unfortunately
need to rethink. I need to rethink.
you
strategy.
need to rethink strategies.
मैं लेनो देता हूँ तू एडरसन दे दे
I mean, nice.
Right.
You look at teams who have two goalkeepers, Shivam, Kushagra, and Sulaks. They have completed their two goalkeepers. Personally, if I given a choice, I would like to be in Sulaks's side because यार उसने 17 में दो बहुत ही अच्छे quality goalkeepers लिए. But yes, we will not take sides and we'll move on. So the next player in question is Pau Lopez. Anyone in for Pau Lopez for one? Anyone for Pau Lopez? Manish is in for one. Sushi is in for one. Anyone for two? Anyone for two for Pau Lopez? Anyone for three? Four. Sushil's in for four. Sushil has the bid at 4. Manish at 5. Anyone for 6? Anyone for 6? Manish has Pau Lopez at 5. I'm selling Pau Lopez at 5 to Manish and he is sold. So Manish has Pau Lopez at 5. As I can see, Manish's two goalkeepers are from La Liga. It is indeed Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Pau Lopez. So
The irony, I have two goalkeepers from the Spanish league. I mean,
yeah, and here we are at TSD trying to ban you from entering Spain. So I mean, fair enough. There we go. So yes, the next keeper coming out of the hat is Samir Handanovic. Anyone in for Samir Handanovic? Sushil's in.
10.
Sushil in at 10. Yasho is in at 11. Anyone for 12? Sushil's in for 12, 13, 14, 15. The bid stands at 14 for
मैच कौन
Samir.
कर रहा था?
It was Yasho and Akshay. So the bid is at 14 as it stands. It is for Samir Handanovic. No one in for 15. So I'm selling Handanovic to Sushil for 14. And he is sold to Sushil for 14. So Sushil has his first buy of the auction. It is Samir Handanovic. And goodbye. I mean, he has quite some good overall ratings as well. I mean, in a way, you could also say that Sushil has had one of the steals is very good of penalties as well on FIFA. So if that comes to be a question at some point, it will be a really interesting buy. So yes, coming to the next player. The next player is another Serie A goalkeeper. We are talking about Wojciech Szczesny. Anyone in for Wojciech Szczesny? I have started for Wojciech Szczesny. Anyone for 2? Akshay is in for 2. Siddharth, are you in or out?
Pack of Marlboro Lights.
Yasho's in for 2. Okay, Yasho's in for 2 as well.
Five.
Anyone for 6? Yasho's in for 6. Anyone for 7? Akshay's in for 7. 8. Anyone for 8? Anyone for 9? Yasho's in at 9. No one else is in at 9 for Szczesny. Anyone for 9? I can see no one in at 9. So I am selling Wojciech Szczesny to Yasho for 8. And he is sold to Yasho for 8. So yes, the next goalkeeper out of the hat is Peter Gulaschi. Peter Gulaschi from Red Bull Leipzig. Anyone in for Gulaschi? Anyone to start me off for Peter Gulaschi? Sushi is in for 1. Anyone for 2? Anyone for 2? Akshay is in for 2. Anyone for 3? No one's in for 3. Sushil is in for 3. Anyone for 4? For 5? 6? Akshay and Sushil, both of you are in for 5. Anyone for 6? Sushil is in for 6. Akshay is in for 6. Anyone for 7? Anyone for 7? Again, no bid from anyone for 7. Sushil is in for 7. Akshay, you in for 8? Is out. Sushil is in for 7 for Peter Gulaschi. Anyone else for Peter Gulaschi? I can see no one else. So I am selling Gulaschi to Sushil for 7. And he is sold to Sushil for 7. So Sushil has fixed both of his goalkeeping slots as well. Sushil has Handanovic and Gulaschi. I might say this is probably in a way probably the best steal both of them are in the auction. So massive kudos to him. The next player जिसका काफी इंतजार है, especially for someone like Rohan Gulati, the player is out. It is Thibaut Courtois. Thibaut Courtois. Anyone in for Courtois?
10.
Anyone for 11? Anyone for 11? Akshay is in at 10. Anyone for 11? Rohan, are you in? Rohan's out. Rohan's out. Akshay is in for 10. No one in for 11. So I'm selling Courtois to Akshay for 10. And he sold to Akshay for 10. So yes, Thibaut Courtois.
RTM.
Rohan Gulati.
Oh.
Rohan Gulati has used his
Son of a
RTM
bitch.
at 10.
साले मेरे को लगा ही था ऐसा कुछ होने वाला है, क्योंकि doesn't make sense, उसने कीपर नहीं लिया है.
RTM बेंजीमा इसके कोर्टोआ और बेंजीमा का मैंने सोच रखा था RTM के लिए.
ये सस्ते में मिल गया, ठीक है यार.
One RTM we have no only.
Yeah, we have one RTM, so that RTM is now gone.
मैंने इसलिए 10 बोला कि मेरे को पता था कि ये एक दो करा.
प्रथमेश,
Yeah.
यार ये बस एक सजेशन, ये गोलकीपर, डिफेंडर, अटैकर और मिडफील्डर चारों के सेपरेट वीडियोस निकालना, ये बहुत लंबे चलेंगे.
हाँ वही करने वाले. वही प्लान है. तो आई थिंक अलग अलग ही करना पड़ेगा. As it stands here, I guess almost 30 minutes into the auction, we're not yet done with the goalkeepers. So yes, this is fun. We have Rohan entering in the auction finally. Rohan still has to.
वो कदम बेट बढ़ा नहीं सकता क्या अभी, मतलब?
नहीं ना भाई, मेरे को भेज दिया था उसने मैच
It was sold and he used the RTM, so the RTM is used. Rohan is out of the RTM. So yes, the next player.
अच्छा हुआ मैंने 1 या 2 पे नहीं चालू किया था.
Exactly.
Posted for
imagine selling Courtois for 2. I mean, that would be absolutely crazy. So yes, the next player out of the hat is the Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. Anyone for Jordan Pickford? Anyone for Pickford? Akshay is in. Anyone else for Jordan Pickford? Pickford at 1 for Akshay. Anyone else for Pickford? Sulaksh, are you in for Jordan Pickford? No, uska slots to ho gaya hai. Rohan is in. Rohan's in for 2. Anyone in for 3? Akshay is in for 3. Rohan at 4. Akshay at 5. Akshay, are you in at 5? Akshay is out.
Let's go.
Akshay is out. So Rohan has Pickford for 4. Anyone else at 5? No one else at 5. So I'm selling Pickford to Rohan for 4. And he is sold. So Rohan has picked up both of his goalkeepers in quite a hurry. For 14, he has got 2 really good goalkeepers, I must say. Pickford का भी FIFA ratings are decent enough. I mean, not high, but good enough to be on the bench.
Substitute में बैठने के लिए Pickford बड़ा अच्छा लगा मुझको.
बहुत बेहतरीन choice है Pickford. If Courtois gets injured, more than able a shot stopper. So I
wanted a left-handed goalkeeper only.
Left-handed goalkeeper. So now yes, only 2 players remaining in the goalkeeping slot. Only Akshay and Siddharth are yet to get their second goalkeepers. So the next player out of the hat is Rui Patricio from Wolverhampton. Anyone for Patricio? Akshay is in. Siddharth, are you in? Siddharth's out. So Rui Patricio for 1 to Akshay. Selling Patricio and he's sold. So yes, Rui Patricio has gone at 1 to Akshay. That's quite a steal in itself as well. Decent enough FIFA ratings, so matlab good buy for Akshay. The next keeper out of the hat is indeed Kepa Arrizabalaga. Sid, do you want in for Kepa? Sid is in for Kepa, selling Kepa Arrizabalaga to Sid, and he is sold to Siddharth. So yes, we have officially completed our goalkeeping slot with Siddharth getting Kepa Arrizabalaga.
That's our Pujara moment of the auction.
That's our Pujara moment of the auction. So yes, as you can see,
it's not, but ठीक है.
I mean, RTM use करता तो होता.
हाँ.
RTM और Kepa को मत डाल सेम प्लेट पे. ये गलत है. ये मैं इसके अगेंस्ट हूँ. But ठीक है. But otherwise, I am happy for Kepa.
यार मेरे दिमाग में वो अभी भी चल रहा है. 10 के जगह 15 करना चाहिए था यार कोर्टो.
So we are officially done with the goalkeeping slots. I'll just announce the remaining budgets for everyone. Yasho has 187 left, Surya 188, Rege 184, Rohan 186, Shivam 178, Akshay 190, Manish 178, Kushagra 170, Sulaksh 183, and Sushil 179. So yes, that are the remaining budgets. So yes, thank you for tuning into the Sports Doyen for this video. We will continue with the defenders in the next video. Do check it out as well and stay soon.